everybody, Tony Gohart here once again for Punks Doing Stuff, and this is going to be the final battle jacket repair video because my battle jacket is on the very last legs. So what we're going to do is we're going to patch up the back part that I keep patching up and it just keeps ripping apart. Only difference is this time I'm going to be using some denim, some old jean material, the stuff that I was originally going to use to make a battle vest from scratch. So I'm just going to use that to patch up the back, and then I'll find another battle jacket, or another vest actually, to turn into a battle jacket somewhere on down the line. Who knows how long it'll take for me to find that, but point is we are going to fix the one that I've already got, so that way it can be wearable and I can use it and probably get maybe a year or two more out of it. Alright, so I am doing this in the back of the van. Actually, you can see the kids around me inside their car seats. We're doing some other stuff, but we're also doing this at the same time because I am a very busy person and I try to get stuff done while I'm doing other stuff. And it's going to make it a little difficult because I cut my thumb pretty bad. You may not be able to see that too good, but I'd cut it like that. This whole part peeled up and I had to figure out how to get that thing all taken care of. That was like 2 days ago. It was with a chop saw or a sawzall. So yeah, that happened. I'm pretty lucky to actually still even have my thumb a couple of, like maybe a quarter of an inch more, and it would have cut off my entire thumb, but luckily it just got that whole part, and then you know, I just ran a band-aid over it with some other stuff, and just, you know, let's hope it doesn't get infected, and let's hope that that never happens again. But anyway, I've got my old battle vest right here. It's got several holes, but this is the main hole that I'm trying to fill. So I'll be cutting that out. Actually, I'll probably just pull it out because I didn't bring any scissors. So I'm going to have to do this, you know, just play it by ear. So we've got the old battle vest. We've got a little pack of needles and thread. And actually, I probably should have brought my spool of thread, but it doesn't matter. It's going to get all stitched up either way. And then again, some of the fabric. This piece actually is probably too small, but I did bring the entire thing, so there is whole lengths about the size of a leg. Yeah, there we go. See, like the size of the length of a leg. So that's more than enough. So I'm gonna get started on that and get all my stuff situated, and then I'll take you by it step by step. So yeah, upon further inspection, how do I ever phrase this? The fucking thread that I brought, you know, that little pack that I showed you, those things are only about probably 10 inches of thread for each. But the problem is that you have to double it over in order for it to be strong enough to be able to hold, because this is a denim battle vest. It has studs, it is heavy. So doubled up the rope on one of them, and I'm just gonna have to keep on doing that because I didn't bring my spool of thread with me. So that does really suck. But so far, this is what we've got. I don't even know how good this is going to come out. Let me see where my hand is. Yeah, right here. We've already stitched it. I did big stitches so that way I can hurry up and finish this. But what you want to do is do that and then go back over and do really, really fucking small stitching. So that way it holds really good, because these big stitches will rip out easily. Again, what the hell is that, like maybe 5 inches right there, and that's the end of the thread. All I have is just, you know, this little bit that's left over right here that I'm gonna have to clip and throw away. But other thing that sucks, I didn't bring any scissors, I didn't bring a razor, I didn't bring anything to be able to do this. So the old stuff that I had, I just pulled it out by hand and just ripped it out, and it did pull out some of the vest and some of the studs. So it doesn't matter because I'll just stitch that on back. There is I'm doing the whole square on the back, the shoulder portion. So there's a lot of studs that are on there that are still on there, and they're just gonna flop over to the side until I'm finished. Then once I'm finished, then I'll stitch those parts onto the part that I just stitched on. It'll be like double layer, but it is gonna be on there because I really don't want to cut that out and lose those studs. Then I'm gonna paint something on the back. Instead of, you know, putting on a patch, I'm just going to hand paint it. So that's going to be awesome, and that is going to be cool once I get it finished. It just happens to be that this is a real pain in the ass, and there's a lot of setbacks right now. So I'm going to continue on this and see how far I can get. Rebecca might finish with her stuff before that. If she does finish before that, then that'll be cool, because then I can get back home, finish setting up the studio, and then take it from there. So who knows what the fuck's gonna happen between now and when I come back and say other words. Alright, so we have gotten back home after doing those big ass stitches inside my vest, because we had big stitches going to the vest. I have this big ass beer right here and this big ass hunk of pizza. So I'm gonna finish this, then I'm gonna get back to stitching it. I'm gonna do big stitches all the way around because I've only got about 5 inches through, and I still have to go around the entire thing. So after I do that, then I have to do the real tight stitching, because like I was saying before, if you only do the big stitches, then it is definitely gonna rip straight through, even though it's in the seam of the jacket. So I'm gonna finish this and then get right back to that. Okay, I've finally gotten back to doing this. I had a bunch of other stuff that I was taking care of, but this is what it looks like so far. I still only have these big stitches in here. See if you can see these. And coming all the way up along the seam, along the back part of the neck, and just all around, you can see that it's just like big stitching all the way through. This part I'm still gonna have to sew back down like that, and I messed it up because over here on this side it doubled over, but I'm just gonna leave it like that because I don't feel like taking the time to pull it all apart, and I'm just gonna cover it up with that, so that way I can just stitch that down. And then I'm also gonna, like I was saying, you have to get like really tight stitching in here, try and put it together really close, but that's what that looks like. And there's still this extra part over here. You'll just take some scissors and cut along that, and that'll be that. But yeah, that's what that looks like right now, and I'm gonna finish that up and see how much more I can get on this for tonight. I'm not gonna be able to do the small stitching all the way across because that takes forever. It'll take like an hour for me to do like this side all the way to here or something crazy like that. But I'll be back when I don't know, cut the edges off or something. So I am running short on time, so I'm just gonna try and speed this up and finish this part. What I'm gonna do is just turn this thing around on the back side, and then yeah, you can kind of see that. Like right there is where the seam is and where I stitched it. So I'm just gonna snip it down all the way around. Let me try and get that more. Fucking thing. It's gonna fall off the table. But yeah, then I'm just gonna cut along the edges. Try not to hit any of the threading that was put in. And these scissors really suck. So this is probably gonna take longer than I thought. Why am I such a cheap ass? Always using such cheap shit. But yeah, essentially that's all it's gonna be, is just cut, try and avoid hitting the stitching. If you hit it, then just sew it up again. So I'm going to snip that down and then come back when the set's finished. Alright, got this cut off, cut all along the seams, all like that. So that's what it looks like. That's the inside. Let's see, flip it over. And then this is what the back side looks like. I still have to throw some thread through here, and you know, keep those studs down, get that Megadeth back on there. And there's another piece over here. Throw a few stitches in this thing like that, and then just get all that set back, because once I put it on, it's just all gonna fall like that and be all weird. But that is gonna do that. So that is that, and now it is time for the final part for me to test it out. Alright, and now the moment of truth to see how this actually turned out. I already saw a stud fall off on the on the table. So, but then again, yeah, see, this shit's gone through fucking everything. It's kind of hard for me to, but yeah, see all that, but this is the main part. All of this right here. So that is good. I think it came out pretty good. I'm gonna paint a Punk's Doing Stuff on the back after I get it all stitched up. Again, like I said, you do need to put really tight stitching in there, because the tighter it is, the better it'll hold. Like if I was to just leave it like this, probably in a week, the threading will have ripped out. So it is very important to, you know, do some real tight stitching. Where is it? Oh, right there. And you're going to be going through the seam, so that's going to give you some added protection on there. So that is definitely going to be good. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to get out of this vest, but I do have another vest that I'm going to work on. Actually, I think I'm going to do that one for Rebecca, so I will be having a women's battle vest video that I'll be doing. Don't know when I'll start that, but it's going to be soon enough, because this is Rebecca's vest, actually. Fucking fly swatter. But yeah, this is hers, and hers is having the same problem where the shoulder part just ripped out. I fixed it with regular cloth, and then the problem with that is that it does come apart really easily. So, you know, maybe I'll strip the patches out of that, or maybe I'll just leave it like that and just leave it up for decoration. But at any rate, that is the video. Share it to anybody who has a battle vest that's going through hell, and you know, you think that they might want to be able to try and save it, which you definitely should. Like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and now you know, if your battle vest gets messed up, don't throw it out.